Parker was always just such a loving kid. He just had this big grin that we were so glad that finally when he was full grown that he grew into a smile, because when he was a little kid, it just took over his whole face. And once you met him, you were never a stranger, you were just his friend. She texted me and said, call now. And she said, he's not breathing. And so we ran over there. I went back in and I grabbed Greg and the kids and we hurried over to Parker's house. But when we got there, the EMT told me that it was too late. He was already gone. I didn't know how that could be. He just had tonsillectomy. We were so confused. We didn't know what had happened.
We're here at the Capitol today to talk a little bit about and have the final signature of the governor for Utah's SCR 004, which really is a resolution that we call Parker's Bill now. Our whole goal, and we met originally in this room, was to discuss the opioid crisis, but also its impact on the population of patients that don't normally get pulled out.
It originated when I got a call from Parker's mother, Yvonne. She called me and asked if she could come down and meet with me, and wanted to talk a little bit about what was happening had happened to her son, and wanted to talk about some issues that she felt like needed attention. And I said, well, it sounds like we ought to do something.
Well, initially, Shaylin Urisk, who is a director of respiratory care and outpatient services at Uinta Basin Medical Center, knew that Intermountain was working on inpatient monitoring of opioid patients and higher risk patients. She reached out to me, just creating a protocol with Dr. Michael Catton to see what they could do on an outpatient side. The very first patient that we had, Amanda Thompson, was saved. She went into a full arrest at home, and it's a simple device that we already have. It's not a large cost item. So we're trying now, having done a couple of studies, to identify those at most risk and to send them home with these monitors.
She's alive because of what we learned from Parker. Because it had not been Parker, I would have killed Amanda. It would have had somebody, to learn that hard lesson. Amanda and I've come to know very well over time, but, I came close to being the person that ended her life.
I was taking it as I was told to. It was just, I figured I'd be fine. Doctors obviously know better than I do, so why worry? The next time I woke up, it was to my mother yelling at me to wake up, just to come back to her, that she still needed me.
When we talk about the opioids, a lot of us jump to the addiction and the abuse, and this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about innocents that many times have never seen the opioids before, outpatient surgeries, healthy people that we send home and then die from the overdose of the opioid, even at prescribed doses. And this will be one of the things that's talked about in the future, away from the opioid crisis of addiction, but addresses directly the problem of our overuse postoperatively in our cavalier approach to it, which results in deaths. And we easily have the technology today, right now, to monitor them and save lives.
Our whole point in this is we don't want anyone else to have to go through what we went through, because it's absolutely no fun. And just this one tragedy, how it just ripples out so far. If we could prevent that at all, that's why we're here.